What would you say for anybody out there that's maybe hearing your voice for the first time? Tell us about your ministry, what you have planned for the next year, Lord willing, and what you're working on.
Yeah, great. Thank you. So our ministry came into existence kind of by accident, actually. My wife and I thought we were going to plant a church, like a traditional brick and mortar church, and we prepared for that from the 90s into about 2012. And in 2012, I was praying one morning and I said, Lord, if you want me to plant a church, what's the delay? What's the holdup? Is there a conference I need to attend, a book I need to read, one more something? And the Lord met me in prayer that morning and he said, I didn't tell you to build churches. I told you to make disciples. And I said, I'll build my church. Let's keep that clear. As if I was trying to do his job, expecting him to do my job. I thought if I build church, he'll make disciples. But in reality, I make disciples and he builds church. So what we've done so far, we've literally seen somewhere between 20 and 50,000 churches planted around the world by coming in and simply training people in the powerful simplicity of the early church, in Jesus' training program to disciple the nations. In fact, I wrote a book about it. Can I plug my book?
Absolutely. Shamelessly plug your book.
Shamelessly plug my book. So the book is called The Endgame of God, and it is the new Wineskin training program of Jesus to disciple the nations. It's literally just how Jesus trained ordinary, unschooled people so they knew how to be disciples who make disciples. I was in Tanzania doing an open air training just a year and a half ago, and some women of another faith were listening through the doors of their houses. And on the second day of the training, we offered baptism to anyone who'd never been baptized. And 5 ladies from another faith came out of their homes and said, we gave our lives to Jesus yesterday in our houses. Can we get baptized too? So we baptized them on day 2. On day 3, they sat in on our training. And on day 4, they went out. You mentioned house to house. They went out into the homes of their enclave where they live, where people are not of the faith that follows Jesus Christ. And they started planting these simple churches in the homes of these people. So what do we have planned coming up? It is honestly more than I can handle personally, but we're training some Spanish-speaking trainers to start with Mexico and go south from Mexico to train and launch movements of disciples from Mexico all the way down to the southern tip of Chile. We've got 10,000 now, 10,000 people to train in the country of India, which is the most unreached nation on earth. Most people don't know that there are still about 2 billion people on earth who've never heard Jesus' name. And it's just logical that the easiest people to reach have already been reached, and the hardest people to reach are the ones who still haven't been reached. We're also invited to train entire denominations leaders in the country of Nepal. I need to go to Nigeria, train Anglican pastors and priests and bishops there. It's just kind of out of control. Ethiopia, go all the way around the edges of Ethiopia, train Somalis on the Somali border, Eritreans on the Eritrean border, Djiboutians on the Djiboutian border, Sudanians on the Sudan borders, and then send them back into their country so they can disciple their nation, because that's what Jesus trained his guys to do. He didn't tell them just go disciple your neighbor or go disciple your co-workers. That's fine and well and good, but he trained them and equipped them and empowered them and sent them to disciple nations.
Kurt, with the final 30 seconds we have here, I'm going to give you the final word. What do you want to say to all of our listeners out there that are watching and eagerly taking notes?
I would say do your own research. Go online and research disciple-making movements, and then research Discovery Bible Study. The Discovery Bible Study is a Bible study where God the Father does the teaching, so you don't need trained professionals to run that Bible study. And these are the seeds of the church. When we start these Bible studies, they tend to grow, and then they tend to multiply as churches. We're also starting a website called, it's actually inspired by Clay Clark. He doesn't know this maybe, called timetodiscipleamerica.com. And we're just in the process of building that website because people want to see disciple-making movements taking place in America, not just overseas.
Kurt, thank you so much for carving out time for us today. I know you're a busy person. I really do appreciate you. And I encourage everyone to check out your website to learn more. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, sir.
Thank you for your time, Clay. God bless.